Well, good morning. I made my coffee early this morning, so no coffee today. But anyway, let's go see what's for breakfast today. I think we're on day 18. I have to check with that. I'm losing track. So let's see what we have. Well, I have stocked up here on food again, leftovers. This was from when we went out New Year's Eve. That's a pasta dish. I'm not having that for breakfast. Here I have my sauerkraut that I made. I'll eat that for dinner along with my vegetarian meats. I have this tomato that needs to be eaten. I'll take that. And then I have some of the bacon. If you have real bacon, you go with that. So I'm going to have that. And then I still have, let's see, cheese, but I'm not going to have cheese this morning. I still have half an avocado. And I still have some rolls, but this bread needs to be eaten. So when I figure out my meals, I always go with the things that are most critical that I use up. So instead of mayo, I'm going to use the avocado, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of lettuce. A little bit of lettuce on my sandwich too. I still have lots of avocados left, so I need to eat those up. So I'll meet you back over at the stove. Alright, so here's all the things I'm going to have for breakfast. I actually started my low-no spend back in December, right after Christmas. And actually even including Christmas. I did a low spend Christmas this year. I spent enough, but you know, it was less than I usually spend. So I'm off to a good start. I haven't been to the store since our Christmas Eve dinner. So far so good. And I'm melting more candles. I had a couple of taper candles that were just this big left, so I stuck those in there. And this is the candle I'm making with the wood wick. So, and this is just from candle scraps. It really adds up. And then of course I'm burning another candle. I've got my tea going for this afternoon, and that's chamomile tea. That really does help with my digestion. So I usually drink that every day. And I'm going to put all this together, and then I'll show you what I'm having for breakfast. They know I have lettuce, and they love lettuce. Anyway, here is my breakfast, either day 18 or 19. I have guacamole. I chopped up the tomato because it was like an end, and I just like it better that way. My bacon, more avocado, and that is breakfast for today. So, using up what I have. I said before I hadn't been to the store. I did go to the Dollar Tree, but I have not been to the store for food at all. And I did have a small Dollar Tree haul when I went for batteries. So you can check that out, but I don't plan on going to any store for a while. So there it is, breakfast, day 18 or 19. I gotta check that out. Today is January 2nd, and I just wanted to share with you my my budget book. Very simple. So today is the new moon, and for years now I've been writing a check to the law of abundance. And today, since it's the new moon, it's the best day to write your check. and this is what it looks like. So you address the check to yourself, the date, paid in full by divine right, the law of abundance. And I put this right in my budget book. So whether you believe in it or not, it's just a psychological thing that you can do to keep focused on your goal. All right, so the first thing, I found this calendar at Dollar Tree, and it has just all the dates, of course, and I like the lines that it has because I can write all my bills when they come due, how much I paid, when it comes out of my account. And then all I have to do, since it's a spiral and it's very thin paper, that I just go to the next month and do the same thing. So I keep that in front of my budget book. So after that comes all my low spend goals, and I shared this with you on a video yesterday. So I keep that right in the front of my book. My no buys, my low buys, and what I am allowed to spend money on. So those are my rules, and I keep those right in the front of my book. So after that, I also keep this that I found in a magazine, and it tells me what I can shred, what I can save and scan, and if I wanted to go paperless. So, and what I need to keep for my tax returns. So I keep that in there just as a reference. So then the next thing I have all the months of the year in here, and of course the first month is January, and in here I have, first of all, I made myself a basic shopping list. Everything that I could think of that I use, I put on here. So I have the flour category, I have a rice category for different rices, pastas, a few odd things, nuts, and I listed all the nuts I like to eat, snacks, all the snacks, beverages, and so on down the line. Then what I do, because I like to shop once a month, and I will end up putting 2 of these in each month, but right now I only have 1 because I have to make copies. But what I do then is, as I need something, I just go and I highlight it. I'm going to need tortilla chips, I'm running low on those, ranch dressing, eggs, and so on. So this is a real good way to keep track of your budget and also your food at the same time. So I just put everything that I could think of that I shop, and then I can take this out and take it with me to the grocery store. So that's one thing I do. So every month has one of those. Now I got this from Pennies Not Perfection a couple years ago when I started this no low buy journey back in 2020. So I don't know if she still has these up on her website, but it's a no spend tracker. So every day when you don't spend money, you can mark it off. And then down here, it has some guidelines. I don't know if I'm going to keep using this particular page because she also has this one, which is a much smaller version of it, and then you can do a no spend recap, and I think I'm just going to end up going to this one instead of using the big one. It's another psychological game that you can play with yourself. It's like getting stickers when you were a kid, you know. It has the same effect. So I keep that in. And the last page of each month, I have my debt payment, and I just write down what I owe, the amount that I paid, and what the balance is. So every month you can track how you're down spending your debt, or if you're increasing it, it'll clue you in either way. So those are the things that I put into every single month, and it's all ready to go, so I don't need to do anything else except just turn the pages. Well, I just got around to making a second cup of coffee before I have a little chat with you. Gotta have coffee to chat, right? Okay. Be with you in a second. Okay, so I'm back in my favorite room of the house, my kitchen. Cheers. So I just wanted to say that I'm going to try and keep doing the freezer cooking. I know there's some of you that are freezer cooking along with me, so this is it's really motivational to me to share this process with you, and it keeps me accountable. So I want to continue to do that. I'll do that maybe every day, maybe every other day. I'll do 2 days together, I'm not sure. But you know, there are days like holidays and things like that, or if you're not home, where making a video is time consuming with my old computer, because I use their Windows editor and it's terrible. So I really need to figure out something better to use, which I'll do later. But anyway, so I want to continue to do that. But I also want to go on and make a series now with low, no spend, also to keep me accountable. And I know a lot of you guys are doing that too. And I'm getting back into the groove, that's what I want to say, of being more serious with the low spend, no spend. So I've been doing pretty well with it the last couple years, 2-3 years, but I could do better. So I just wanted to share my budget book with you. I'm going to share my meals for today with you as well. But I'm probably going to separate the 2 videos, unless I have a very short video of what I'm cooking from the freezer, like if I'm having leftovers or something like that, then I'll probably combine it into one video. So anyway, I will be back later on this evening with my dinner. I want to show you the sauerkraut that I made. It was really delicious, and it worked out really well doing the meats in the air fryer and not cooking them in the sauerkraut, because vegetarian meats tend to get soggy when you cook them in something. So I think cooking them ahead and then just adding them at the last minute worked out really, really well. So okay, I will be back a little later and I'll show you what I'm having for dinner. So one of my viewers was asking me what supplements I'm taking, and since I'm vegetarian, I can't take just any supplements. Well, I don't want to. I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I only try and buy plant-based, and I've really been liking taking gummies. I don't like to take pills. They get stuck in my throat. A couple of them are pills, but several of them are gummies. And I get them mostly on Amazon, except for a couple of them. So anyway, I'll just tell you what I take. I'm not recommending that you take them. Do your own research. I've researched what my needs are, so I recommend you do the same. But anyway, I take vitamin D3 and I take 5,000 international units of this, and they said that taking higher doses of vitamin D helps your immune system. And I just had my labs checked. I forget where I was. Anyway, with vitamin D, higher doses of vitamin D can protect you supposedly against some viruses. So altogether, I take 10,000 international units, but I just had my labs done, and my vitamin D levels were good. My vitamin B levels were good, because as a vegetarian, sometimes it's hard to get B vitamins. So along with these, I also take vitamin K2 plus D3, and this also is 5,000 international units. So the two together are 10,000 international units. And apparently the K2 helps keep your bones strong. So, but like I said, do your own research on these things. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I just know what's been working for me, or what I like to take. Then I take, and I don't have any particular brand that I take. I mean, these are Spring Valley. I get those at Drug Mart or Mark's. Now these I did get on Amazon, and these are Bronson. So, and then I take another Spring Valley product, B complex. I take that. So, like I said, because as a vegetarian, sometimes it's hard to get your B's. Then I take, and I just started taking these because of my arthritis and my joint problems, and I had read somewhere that taking a boron complex, and this is 6 milligrams, I got this on Amazon too, helps with your joint problems. So I don't know, I'll have to wait and see what the effect is, but so far so good. So I take those. Then I take, this is also from Amazon, it's Nature's Truth, and this one's almost empty. It's a Digestive Aid, and it has ginger and aloe vera gummies. So I take those in the evening after my meal. So I take those, and just a couple more. Then this is also Nature's Truth. I get this on Amazon, and it's vitamin C immune support. It has manuka honey and zinc, and they're also gummies. And these are all vegetarian gummies, since I don't eat gelatin. So I take those. And these are the vitamins, again, vegetarian, and they're by Nutricell, and they're just vitamin vegan dietary supplements. You know, if you can take regular supplements, well, then that's fine, but I choose not to, so I take those. And off and on, I will take, these are also vegan friendly, Nature's Nutrition, and they're omega-3, 6, and 9 gummies. So I take those. So those are the supplements that I've been taking, and I've tried so many different supplements that claim this and claim that, and they haven't done a thing. But I'm pretty happy with these. So those are the supplements that I take. Again, please do your own research, talk to your doctor, see what's right for you. Another thing that I take is, and this is by Star West Botanicals, is slippery elm bark. And I got that on Amazon. It lasts a long time. And I take that in the morning on an empty stomach. And sometimes I take it before dinner too. It coats the esophagus and your stomach. So I take those two things for my digestive issues. All right, it's dinner time. So let's go over to the fridge and see what's going on. All right. Well, I have my pasta from New Year's Eve, but I'm not going to have that. Still have this patty. I think I'm going to put that on a pizza along with these onions, but not today. That'll be for another meal. I'm going to have my sausages from the other day, vegetarian, and my sauerkraut. And I'll probably eat this today and then freeze some if I have room in the freezer. I still have some green beans, but I'm not going to eat those today. And I have mashed potatoes that I made. So I'm going to have those too. And I think I will call that dinner. Get my drink out of here, my tea. So a little space in the fridge. So I'm going to heat this up and I'll be back. I'll meet you at the stove. Alright, so I have my heated up mashed potatoes. I made those yesterday with real potatoes, and I have these sausages and porkless bites. Now I did not put those in the sauerkraut. I'm just going to add those to the top because I didn't want them to get soggy. So I'm only going to add half of them because I still have some sauerkraut left. So I will put one more sausage, and then the rest I'm going to save. And then I'm just going to heat this up. But I did not want to cook this meat substance with the sauerkraut. So I'm just going to put the sauerkraut on top, and then I'm going to heat it up in the microwave. And that will be my second New Year's Eve dinner. And then I might just freeze the rest because I don't have any more potatoes other than instant potatoes, and I really don't want to eat this 3 days in a row. So I have this much left. I'm probably going to divide that in two and put it in the freezer. I should have room for that in there. So that is dinner number 19, sauerkraut with vegan sausage and porkless bites. And if you're a meat eater, you could have cooked your pork in the sauerkraut. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found some helpful tips and some ideas of what to do with the food you have hanging around. So if you have some good suggestions of tips, financial tips, things you do to stay on track with a low spend, no spend, or just your regular lifestyle. If you're a natural frugal person, not all of us are. So leave us some tips below. Leave us some food ideas below. And that's all I have for you today. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you with the best new year ever. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.